Okay, so then I'm up first. So, which Ontario city do you guys think has the hottest real estate market right now? Think about that for a second, quick second, because I'm going to go right in and tell you. It is Kingston. Believe it or not, Kingston. Even though the sales have dropped, prices are up by 24.8% there in Kingston. So sales have dropped, prices are still way up. The April, had 380 sales. There's only 136,000 people that live there. So that's a pretty good ratio when you think about it. The benchmark gains are still in double digits up there, and price levels are at an all-time high. And they say it's people moving. It's not, it's like people coming in from Toronto. It's not moving within. So they're gaining population as well because there's people moving there. It's not local people moving back and forth in their little areas. So I don't know, guys. Would you guys consider moving to Kingston?
For me, Kingston might be a little bit too far.
What is it, like 2 hours?
I think so, 2 to 3 hours. So the pricing, is it much cheaper than the Toronto? Because you said prices are up.
Yes, anywhere is
you're in
not
Kingston.
cheaper than Toronto. Yeah.
But I was wondering because when you said, well, as people moving to Kingston, that kind of makes sense because with your numbers, if there's 380 sales and only 136 people,
Yes,
that's
population.
almost like 1 in 6 people are buying homes. That's insane. So yeah, it would
Yeah.
have to be people moving in
Yeah.
because that's huge. So I'm guessing that they're just moving there to get away from the Toronto prices because the Toronto prices are just way too high. And that's interesting also because it's so high. I'm wondering if it's sort of like the tail end of the market, the last of the Mohicans sort of like running out because now the markets are cooling a lot. And so for them to be experiencing a 28% increase, which we all know is insane. 28% is an unfair.
24, babes.
24? Is it 24?
24.8.
25% increase is an unfair increase. Realistically, because can you afford 25% on 500,000? Let's say.
Depends on who you ask. For the seller, I'm sure they're very, very happy. The buyer, maybe, well, they're probably happy for now. As long as they stay there, they should be good. So.
Well, the seller has to, typically speaking, is buying another home and usually more expensive, so they're paying much more.
Yeah, but if they're selling and buying in the same thing, at least they can maybe upgrade and still have the same second mortgage. So I guess you could
Exactly,
could get
bigger
two
home,
yeah.
right, for your money. So
Or-
some people like that.
Or maybe they're empty nester and they're downsizing.
Downsizing,
Yeah,
though,
so-
there's the advantage right there.
You go there, you can get a little bit, I'm not saying like huge land, but you can at least have a backyard. In Toronto, that's kind of hard these days.
Yeah.
With all townhouses, and a lot of the townhouses don't even have backyards. Like,
So, yeah, some
you
of
can't even
these-
barbecue.
Yeah, some of these places, it's, I don't know, like no green space. It's just
Nothing.
Yeah, then you have like your garage in the back sometimes with a little laneway. I don't
Yeah.
know, like,
It's
I actually like that. I don't know why. I have
But you can't
there's
barbecue
a
or
little tiny.
anything.
They got a little tiny backyard, which I like because it means I don't have to mow the lawn, right? So, and I don't like mowing the lawn.
you don't even
so,
have grass at your place.
yeah, not anymore. But the thing is that you got like five up and downs with the lawnmower, and you're done.
You don't. It's not even that. I don't think
Five
in
up and
those.
downs.
But I think in some ways the house gets designed a little better because the garage is not built in the house.
Into the
Okay.
But
Yeah.
then you don't. Then you're walking through your
Yeah.
garage, through your
And-
backyard to get in your house.
And if
too.
you rip off the roof of the garage and put a cathedral roof, then you can build a little loft up there, have a game house, boys area. Get away from the wife because she's not going to let the
That
boys come
sounds
over.
amazing.
And the garage is separated from the house, so it's like the guys can go out there talk, and it's not even like she can open the door and sort of yell at you. Are
And
they
it's
going
not
home
even
now?
like, guys, this is the funny thing, ladies. It's not even like we want to open the door and know what you're doing.
Well, maybe you don't, but a
We
lot
might
of the
put it,
women
we
out there
might, we
want-
might put a padlock on that door outside and keep you in
A
there.
lot of women want their husband to come back in and do stuff like the garbage, maybe try to help mop the floor, because this is the new age, right?
That doesn't happen at our house, so.
Thank heavens.
Can't
But
Yeah,
you're
that, huh?
doing garbage today. Yeah,
Yeah, I did garbage.
once this week, yeah.
Were you trying to figure out which year it was?
No.
Yeah, which year is exactly it, Anthony? You know, I mean, when we lived in Pickering, when I was at home with the kids and I didn't work, he would come home every night from work, and I would take his car and go to the garage, go to the gas station, and fill it up with gas. So when he got up to go to work the next morning, the car was full. I did that whenever the car needed gas. He didn't have to do anything, and now he's putting me back to work.
You know,
Now he's got to do everything. When we got to stop for gas, he always cries. I'm like, don't worry, I'll pump the gas.
you know, I was wondering how the car kept filling up. I was thinking it had great gas mileage.
was it like the
went
laundry? How does
it
the
went for
laundry
like
get
5 years without ever having to put gas in it. I thought it just had great gas mileage.
And knowing you, you would, because you don't know what it is to change oil, I mean, I used to change the wipers on our cars myself, everything. I was
Yeah.
like I should have been a man. I should have been a plumber. I really wanted to be a plumber, people. Instead, I'm a real estate agent.
Laura's gonna make some money as well.
Emails.
All right, so ladies and gents, let us know what you feel. If you have any emails, also just so you guys know, we have a new email address we're going to be using, onair@yourteam.pro. So feel free to write in with any questions, comments, or topics you might want to hear about. We look forward to hearing from each and every one of you. Also, Gary, do you have any emails on your end?
Just have one. And what's that email address so I can make sure I put that out there?
onair@yourteam.pro. So
Okay, folks, you heard it. On air at yourteam.pro. And that's active now?
that is active right now.
I'll put out a blog right now on it. On air at yourteam.pro. Okay?
Yeah.
And then you guys can have that. Okay. Do you want me to, hey, anyone, folks, if you want to write in, you can use that new email address. And would you like me, Anthony, to forward any emails to that today?
Oh, yeah, for sure. That would work out for perfectly.
Okay, very good. You have one email here from Kate, and Kate just says, the real estate market in Kingston is going up is because they emptied the prisons.
Empty the what?
Empty the prisons.
Prison, because Kingston had a penitentiary that they closed.
That's true,
So
too.
that's funny. Thank you, Kate.
Hey, they got to live somewhere.
Yeah.
Actually, doesn't the Liberal Party want to give them deposits and help them buy a home?
What?
Is this for real? I have no idea.
No, probably in the States. In the States, they do give them the voting rights.
For a
and-
minute there, I thought, okay, it's
Trying to-
really
trying to-
gone.
Trying to introduce some alternative facts.
It is election time, so don't be surprised.